Hey, how's it going everybody? It's CloaknDaggerish here, and today I got a quick video on how to survive the Cistern of Slaughter. Now this is considered the easiest of the slaughters, but it's also the most annoying because of the flying Rakks. So I got a few tips here to make this a little bit easier, and even to deal with some of the other enemies as well. Drop down here into the cistern. I was playing a little bit here earlier, so that's why there's guns all over the place. But I'm going to show you a couple spots in the game in the cistern that you can use to your advantage. The first one is going to be in this far back corner. Now, sometimes the enemies can get a little overwhelming, and you might want to find a place where you can let your cooldowns recharge, and you can climb over the top of this little box here and jump down behind it. And careful, there is a ledge that you can fall off of, but for the most part a lot of the bigger enemies won't come back here, but the little ones can slip through. But at least this will give you a little bit of a break so that your cooldowns can recharge and you can shoot through the crack here a little bit. Just be careful, if you do get knocked down, you have to crawl all the way around to get out. You can't crawl through this V slot here. And then you can climb up top, shoot some enemies, and then jump back down, shield up, whatever you gotta do. The other thing you gotta worry about is the Rakks will fly behind here and they can hit you from back here, so that's another thing to keep in mind. But it's not a bad little hidey hole. Speaking of the Rakks, there are two different ways that I use the map to deal with them. The first being is if you come under here, under the bridge, and you stand up against this back wall, they will swoop in underneath, and they'll kind of get stuck on this grating here, and you can kind of unload on them. That way they're not swooping all over the place and being a big pain in the butt to shoot. I main a Zane, so I'll drop my shield and I have it electrified, and it'll stun them, and I'll kind of slow them down a little bit. Or if you hit them with like cryo, you can slow them down and freeze them out of the air. But at least that kind of gets them up and close to you, so if you got those shorter range shotguns and submachine guns, you can unload on them here. This seems to work pretty good. The other option you have, if you really want to get them stuck, is if you stand in front of the shaft, the elevator shaft here, they will swoop at you, and usually when they swoop, they will collide with the elevator shaft and they will get stuck with this here, kind of like right in this area, and then you can unload on them there as well. And this is kind of how you can use the map to your advantage, especially dealing with those pesky Rakks. They bother me a lot. I have a lot of issues with them, but using that it's helped a lot. There's a couple of guns that you can use to really deal with them too. If you have anything that has like homing missiles, the homing rocket launchers work really good. Also the hex grenades, those are homing. Any grenades that are homing work really well as well, especially when you have an element such as cryo. You can freeze them out of the air and drop them that way. Those all work very well for the Rakks. I highly recommend picking up a brainstormer for crowd control, because you will be dealing with a lot of crowds of small enemies. This cleans them up very, very well. Also, you're going to want to have some sort of corrosive weapon to melt through some of the heavier shielded enemies. And then, like I said, I play a Zane, so I have a cryo element gun that works very well. And then usually like a high damage gun that shoots real fast works as well. The Cistern is great because it drops the Maggie. I haven't gotten one yet. Hopefully I'll get one soon here. But I just wanted to share these tips with you to help you guys out. So I hope you found this helpful, and make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. And until next time, you folks have a good one.